Hello guys, I'm going to teach you how to create a numbered list with sub-levels as well on your phone. I'm going to use a software called WPS Office. Just go to your Play Store, download and install it, and then launch Documents. Before you get, if you want details of how to get here, you can check out my previous video. I covered it in there. Now without further ado, let's start. I'm going to use my ribbons in this software, my ribbon tabs in this software as my numbered list, and then I'm going to use their ribbons, which is the ribbons under these ribbon tabs, as their sub list. Are you ready? So I'm going to use home, file, insert, view, review, and then pen. I'm going to begin with list of tabs. I'm going to go ahead and correct this right here. My very first list will be home. That's the home ribbon tab. What we are left to do is to number this one. Just come down here. Okay, scroll until you find this, and then particularly this three dots. So that is what we are going to tap on. You tap on the three dots and then you will see numbers here. You can apply any of these. You check whenever I tap on any of them. You check any of these designs, whichever suits your preference. I'm just going to go ahead and use the very first one. Now that I'm done with that one, I'm going to go ahead and then create its sub list. All right, so I'm going to use the enter key. You would realize it's assuming I'm continuing with my list, so it automatically gives me number 2, but I want to create a sub list of number 1. So I'm going to press on the backspace only once to get rid of the 2, and then I'm going to go back to where we went previously, and then under the same bullet and numbering, under numbers, I'm going to select A. That's what I selected. You can choose any of these to be your sub list, any of them. Once I'm done, I'll just go ahead and then type my sub list. I have size, I have bold, italic, underline, any of them. I just want 3 of them. I'm just going to go ahead and use size. The moment I press the enter key, it's going to assume that I want to continue my sub list, so it's going to continue for me. Size, bold, enter, underline. Now I'm done with my sub list. How do I return to my original list? I'm going to press the enter key, but since I want to step away from my sub list to my original list, I'm going to use the backspace or the delete key twice. I'm going to press it twice. 1, 2, and then I'll come back to my bullet and numbering and then select. Since we are using the first one, I'm just going to go ahead and select the first one again. You would realize that both this and this are 1. It's assuming we are starting a new list, so it is our job to tell it to continue with the original list. What do? We go back once, so I'm just going to use that one, and then you would see that down here you will see continue. Just tap on it. You see now 1 and then 2. Perfect. Let's move on. The next on our list from home, now we are moving to file. So file, enter. It wants to continue, but we want to create another sublist. So what are we going to do? Press the backspace once or the delete key once to remove it. Let's step back in here, and then once we are here, let's go to numbering and then use any of these. Since we are already using this one, let's make sure we continue with that one. So I'm going to press that one again, and then I'm going to type some of the ribbons under the file ribbon tab, which are save as, export to PDF, extract pages, export images. So just save as and then export to PDF. That's what I'm going to use. So save, enter, save as, and then export to PDF. Yes, now we are done with this one. We can again continue and create another one. Enter. What do? Use the delete key twice. 1, 2. You see, and then come here come to the home ribbon tab, scroll down. Once you are here, select this one, still 1 again. If you are seeing this, it's beginning from 1 here again. So what do? We are going to go back using this button and then tell it, make sure you continue our list for us. So continue. Now 3. The third ribbon tab is insert. Insert, what do we have there? Text box, shape, signature, and all. So first of all, you're going to type insert, enter 4, right? This time around, since we want to create a sub list, I'm just going to go back once to get rid of the 4 and then come back here under the home ribbon tab and the numbers we are using. Remember, this is what we are using, and so I'm going to tap on it, A, right? What are some of the ribbons we have there? Insert, text box, shape, signature, comment, a lot. Let's go with text box, shapes, and then pictures, for instance. Yes, pictures is also there. So yes, there you have it. This is how to create a numbered list with sub list as well. In case you want to do away with the sub list, you can just go ahead, and then once we use the enter key, we're going to go back, come here, home ribbon tab, and then I'm just going to use this. Now if you were following along, you realize we go back here to get rid of the 1. We're just going to tell it continue 4. So now let's use view, review, and then pen without any sub list. So the first one is view, enter key 5, right? Review, enter, you see, and then pen. All right, there you have it. So that is our work. If the spaces between this list are too much for your liking, you can reduce them. Let's learn how to do that quickly. So we're just going to come down here again. All right, so come down here, and then what I forgot to mention is make sure you highlight all this list. Okay, just tap and hold. After tapping and holding, this menu will come. Just select. Okay, once this context menu comes, we don't need any command from this context menu. To get rid of this context menu, just try to swipe on any other part of your screen except on the context menu to get rid of it, and then we're going to use these buttons to adjust the selection. So let's go ahead and then drag this down. Good. Now that we have it selected, under the home ribbon tab, let's come down here. We will see something like indents and spacing. Okay, so just go ahead and tap on that one. Now that we have indents and spacing selected, let's go ahead and dismiss this and then zoom. Yes, now you see these arrows. This is the arrow we're going to use to adjust the spaces between the lines. And how we do this is just by pulling and then adjusting accordingly. Good. So depending on how you want it. Okay, now to deactivate the indent and spacing, just come back down here and then tap on indent and spacing to get rid of it. Now, is the spacing looking good enough for you? Great. If you want to create numbered list with sub list, this is how you do it on your phone without necessarily using a computer. Thank you. See you next time.